Did you know this Mavic Mini is not available to purchase in Hong Kong, despite Hong Kong actually has a DJI flagship store? And it's not even available online. It just said it's not available in this region. But don't know why. You can even take a boat to Macau, just 1 hour away from Hong Kong, and get this from Macau, not in Hong Kong, for whatever reason. But with a little bit of help from my friends from UK, here it is, DJI Mavic Mini. It is so small. It is so light, so small. But actually, this is not the first time DJI released a small drone, because in my hand, on this side is the Mavic, not Mavic, Mavic Spark. DJI Spark is actually around the same size. It's just this is foldable, not foldable, and a little bit heavier. So they are really similar. It's similar size, really portable. You can carry it very easy. So what are the differences between them, and which one should you get? Nothing just like the Spark before. When they released the Spark, I thought it's just like a toy drone, but it can actually fly outdoor in the wind. But today, it is quite windy. Let's see, can it actually works? Even the Mavic Air could quite struggle under this kind of wind. Will the Mavic Mini survive? Okay, start recording and take off. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's fine, kind of. It is incredible to see this toy-like piece of plastic fighting the wind like that. Now it actually works, although it keeps giving me strong wind warning. Pretty alright for a drone this size, and it can stand against this kind of wind. It is quite astonishing. Now it can take 2.7K, which is pretty good, but it don't have any kind of color profile. So I see quite a lot of highlight warning in my screen, quite a lot of overexposed. Let's see how far it can go. I'm not saying I'm going to stretch it to its limit, but I mean, can it go a reasonable distance? Now it's quite far. It's over that side with those cliffs. Actually, I think the cliff had already blocked some of the signal, and its signal is still really smooth. This is really over my expectation. I think it connects better than at least my Spark. But also, as they claim, DJI Spark only fly for 60 minutes. This claims 30 minutes. So on my Spark, it actually only fly for around 10 minutes. At the end, it gave me the first low battery warning after flying and shooting for 18 minutes. Don't forget, it was in this kind of wind that the Mavic Mini has to constantly fight against. And of course, it still has return to home. After all, DJI got return to home feature like so many years ago, I can't remember. And it also will sense if that ground is suitable to land. Now it tells me it's not suitable to land. So now I have to give it a more flat ground to land. Now let's see how does it compare to the Spark. Okay, it can still fly against this wind. As I remember, it's fine actually. Okay. One big difference is the Spark only has 2-axis gimbal, which doesn't stabilize panning action. Most of the time it's fine, but in strong wind, it could give you some jitter panning. Both of them doesn't have any control on picture style, contrast, that kind of thing, so it could be quite contrasty. Naturally, 2.7K from Mavic Mini looks sharper than Spark. You could also crop in from 2.7K to 1080 without losing pixels, gives a more dramatic effect. Now before I continue, I do want to share a 10% code from Squarespace. Squarespace is the sponsor of this video, of this channel. Keep me going, and if you're thinking about making a website, Squarespace is a really great choice, and with this code you can get 10% off from your first purchase. It is so windy that there's no point making my hair. Now the Mavic, the Mavic Mini is, as I mentioned, 249 grams. It's like a joke from DJI. Like if you have to register a drone for 250 grams, so they make one at 249 grams. And as I mentioned, it is actually around the size of the Spark. Look at that. It can be a DJI Spark carrier. Probably because of that weight, this actually feels a bit flimsy. Look at it. This, you can twist this. When you say this, when I said this feels like a toy at the beginning, this properly feels like a toy because it's so light, it's so hollowy, so but it doesn't matter. As you can see, it flies really well and it takes amazing footage, 2.7K video. Maybe it's to save weight because the SD card slot and the USB port don't even have a cover. On the Spark, there's actually a cover for the SD card and the USB-C port, not USB-C, micro USB port. But then the battery, it got a hinge, it got a door. It looks like a cargo plane. It looks like a cargo door, and then you take a cargo out, which is the battery. Now the remote control, now this is the remote control. This, obviously, it has new design of the removable joystick stick that you can store it inside the remote when you're not using. Compared to the Spark doesn't have it because this new design comes from the Mavic Air. And then this also connects with your phone with a cable rather than this connect with your phone with Wi-Fi. I always suspect this is why the connection to my Spark is so weak, because it has two Wi-Fi going on. One Wi-Fi going to the drone and then another Wi-Fi going to the phone. This get less buttons. This got two more customizable button and one more pause button. Oh, also there's a spot button on the Spark controller. On here, on the Mavic Mini, you have to control that with the app. One thing really convenient is this charging battery case thing. That it takes 3 batteries, you can use it as a battery case, and it is a charger as well. You only got this, you can buy this separately. You only got this when you buy the Fly More combo. Now you only have to plug in a USB power, and it will charge your battery, and it will tell you which one is charging and which one is full. Now the Mavic Mini sounds pretty good. Now what's the catch? The catch is, one thing is that it doesn't have active track. The Spark actually have active track. And although the Mavic Mini got a down-facing camera so it can fly indoor without GPS, but it doesn't have the optical sensing thing. So I can basically crash it into the camera. But the Spark actually got an infrared obstacle sensing thing, basically just like those urinal in toilets, in male toilets, that when you finish, go away, it sends that you have to go away. This sends the opposite. It sends if there is something in front, it just stops there by itself. Now one thing we useful with that sensing system, the optical sensing system, is that when it's returned to home, for example, it lost control, lost connection with your remote. When it returns to home, maybe there's a tree in front, it will sense that, it will stop, climb up, and then clear off the tree. Mavic Mini, it won't sense anything. If there's something in front of it, during return to home, it will crash into it. One thing I find it quite funny is that in front, these two holes on other Mavic Pro, Mavic Air, these two holes are for two cameras, a 3D sensing camera. On this, it still got that two hole, but it's just a sticker on it. Okay, how would I choose between these two? Well, for myself, because I have the Spark, I don't think everyone with a Spark, they don't really need to upgrade to Mavic Mini, especially a lot of things that the Spark actually has, like active tracking, obstacle avoid system, which the Mavic Minis don't even have. So yeah, as an expensive toy, it's still a flying camera. I do want all the safety system on it. But of course, in Hong Kong, the weight is not a thing that I have to consider because Hong Kong doesn't have a limit of 250 grams that you have to register. In Hong Kong, it's basically under a few kilograms, you don't really have to register your drone unless you do it for business. But of course, everyone got different considerations. So if this is right for you, I don't think it is a bad choice to make. For me, I will wait for Spark 2 or just get the Mavic Air. Now at the end, I have to mention again the Squarespace 10% off link. Click this link to get 10% off of your first purchase from Squarespace. Squarespace is the website you can use to make websites. It is really easy to use. I have started using it like 10 years ago. I love it that it's really easy to use. It's really beautiful. All the templates, just pick a template and then start adding stuff into it. So check out Squarespace. It's actually my choice. Squarespace, my choice. They don't ask me to say that. I actually use it for over 10 years now. Yeah.